The output of an AND gate with 3 inputs A, B, and C is high when A1, B1, C0, B A0, B0, C0, C A1, B1, C1, D A1, B0, C1. The correct answer is A1, B1, C1. If a 3-input NOR gate has 8 input possibilities, how many of those possibilities will result in a high output? A1, B2, C7, D8. The correct answer is 1. A device used to display one or more digital signals so that they can be compared to expected timing diagrams for the signals is A DMM, B spectrum analyzer, C logic analyzer, D frequency counter. The correct answer is logic analyzer. When used with an IC, what does the term quad indicate? A 2 circuits, B 4 circuits, C 6 circuits, D 8 circuits. The correct answer is 4 circuits. The output of an OR gate with 3 inputs A, B, and C is low when A0, B0, C0, B A0, B0, C1, C A0, B1, C1, D all of the above. The correct answer is A0, B0, C0. Which of the following logical operations is represented by the sign in Boolean algebra? A inversion, B AND, C OR, D complementation. The correct answer is O. Output will be a low for any case when one or more inputs are 0 for an A OR gate, B NOT gate, C AND gate, D NOR gate. The correct answer is AND gate. How many pins does the 4049 IC have? A 14, B 16, C 18, D 20. The correct answer is 16. Which of the following choices meets the minimum requirement needed to create specialized waveforms that are used in digital control and sequencing circuits? A basic gates, a clock oscillator, and a repetitive waveform generator. B basic gates, a clock oscillator, and a Johnson shift counter. C basic gates, a clock oscillator, and a De Morgan pulse generator. D basic gates, a clock oscillator, a repetitive waveform generator, and a Johnson shift counter. The correct answer is basic gates, a clock oscillator, and a repetitive waveform generator. TTL operates from A 9-volt supply, B 3-volt supply, C 12-volt supply, D 5-volt supply. The correct answer is 5-volt supply. The output of a NOR gate is high if A all inputs are high, B any input is high, C any input is low, D all inputs are low. The correct answer is all inputs are low. The switching speed of CMOS is now A competitive with TTL, B 3 times that of TTL, C slower than TTL, D twice that of TTL. The correct answer is competitive with TTL. The format used to present the logic output for the various combinations of logic inputs to a gate is called an A Boolean constant, B Boolean variable, C truth table, D input logic function. The correct answer is truth table. The power dissipation PD of a logic gate is the product of the A DC supply voltage and the peak current, B DC supply voltage and the average supply current, C AC supply voltage and the peak current, D AC supply voltage and the average supply current. The correct answer is DC supply voltage and the average supply current. If a 3-input AND gate has 8 input possibilities, how many of those possibilities will result in a high output? A1, B2, C7, D8. The correct answer is 1. The Boolean expression for a 3-input AND gate is AXAB, BXABC, CXABC, DXABC. The correct answer is XABC. A mosaic operating from a 3-volt supply will consume A. less power than a TTL-IC, B. more power than a TTL-IC, C. the same power as a TTL-IC, D. no power at all. The correct answer is less power than a TTL-IC. What does the small bubble on the output of the NAND gate logic symbol mean? A. open collector output, B. tri-state, C. the output is inverted, D. none of the above. The correct answer is the output is inverted. What are the pin numbers of the outputs of the gates in a 7432 IC? A. 3rd June 2010 and 13, B. 1st April 2010 and 13, C. 368 and 11, D. 148 and 11. The correct answer is 368 and 11. The output of a NOT gate is high when A. the input is low, B. the input is high, C. power is applied to the gate's IC, D. power is removed from the gate's IC. The correct answer is the input is low. How many inputs of a 4-input AND gate must be high in order for the output of the logic gate to go high? A. any one of the inputs, B. any two of the inputs, C. any three of the inputs, D. all 4 inputs. The correct answer is all 4 inputs. If the output of a 3-input AND gate must be a logic low, what must the condition of the inputs be? A. all inputs must be low, B. all inputs must be high, C. at least one input must be low, D. at least one input must be high. The correct answer is at least one input must be low. Logically, the output of a NOR gate would have the same Boolean expression as an A. NAND gate immediately followed by an inverter, B. OR gate immediately followed by an inverter, C. AND gate immediately followed by an inverter, D. NOR gate immediately followed by an inverter. The correct answer is OR gate immediately followed by an inverter. A logic probe is placed on the output of a gate and the display indicator is dim. A pulsar is used on each of the input terminals, but the output indication does not change. What is wrong? A. the dim indication on the logic probe indicates that the supply voltage is probably low. B. the output of the gate appears to be open. C. the dim indication is the result of a bad ground connection on the logic probe. D. the gate is a tri-state device. The correct answer is the output of the gate appears to be open. What is the Boolean expression for a 3-input AND gate? A. XABC, B. XABC, C. ABC, D. ABC. The correct answer is XABC. Which of the following gates has the exact inverse output of the OR gate for all possible input combinations? A. NOR, B. NOT, C. none, D. AND. The correct answer is NOR. What is the difference between a 7400 and a 7411 IC? A. 7400 has two 4-input NAND gates. 7411 has three 3-input AND gates. B. 7400 has four 2-input NAND gates. 7411 has three 3-input AND gates. C. 7400 has two 4-input AND gates. 7411 has three 3-input NAND gates. D. 7400 has four 2-input AND gates. 7411 has three 3-input NAND gates. The correct answer is 7400 has 4 2-input NAND gates. 7411 has 3 3-input AND gates. The output of an exclusive OR gate is high if A. All inputs are low, B. All inputs are high, C. The inputs are unequal, D. None of the above. The correct answer is the inputs are unequal. A clock signal with a period of 1s is applied to the input of an enable gate. The output must contain 6 pulses. How long must the enable pulse be active? A. Enable must be active for 0s. B. Enable must be active for 3s. C. Enable must be active for 6s. D. Enable must be active for 12s. The correct answer is enable must be active for 6s. The AND function can be used to and the OR function can be used to A. Enable disable, B. Disable enable, C. Enable or disable D. Detect invert. The correct answer is enable or disable. One advantage TTL has over CMOS is that TTL is A. Less expensive, B. Not sensitive to electrostatic discharge, C. Faster, D. More widely available. The correct answer is not sensitive to electrostatic discharge. A 2-input NOR gate is equivalent to A negative OR gate, B. Negative AND gate, C. Negative NAND gate, D. None of the above. The correct answer is negative AND gate. If a 3-input OR gate has 8 input possibilities, how many of those possibilities will result in a high output? A1, B2, C7, D8. The correct answer is 7. Fan out is specified in terms of A. Voltage, B. Current, C. Wattage, D. Unit loads. The correct answer is unit loads. How many input combinations would a truth table have for a 6-input AND gate? A. 32, B. 48, C. 64, D. 128. The correct answer is 64. What is the circuit number of the IC that contains 4 2-input AND gates in standard TTL? A. 7402, B. 7404, C. 7408, D. 7432. The correct answer is 7408. The terms low speed and high speed applied to logic circuits refer to the A. Rise time, B. Fall time, C. Propagation delay time, D. Clock speed. The correct answer is propagation delay time. The NOR logic gate is the same as the operation of the gate with an inverter connected to the output. A. OR, B. AND, C. NAND, D. None of the above. The correct answer is OR. With regard to an AND gate, which statement is true? An AND gate has 2 inputs and 1 output. B. An AND gate has 2 or more inputs and 2 outputs. C. If one input to a 2-input AND gate is high, the output reflects the other input. D. A 2-input AND gate has 8 input possibilities. The correct answer is if one input to a 2-input AND gate is high, the output reflects the other input. The term hex inverter refers to A. An inverter that has 6 inputs, B. 6 inverters in a single package, C. A 6-input symbolic logic device, D. An inverter that has a history of failure. The correct answer is 6 inverters in a single package. How many inputs are on the logic gates of a 74HC21 IC? A1, B2, C3, D4. The correct answer is 4. The basic logic gate whose output is the complement of the input is the A OR gate. B. AND gate. C. Inverter. D. Comparator. The correct answer is inverter. When reading a Boolean expression, what does the word not indicate? A. The same as. B. Inversion. C. High. D. Low. The correct answer is inversion. The output of an exclusive NOR gate is high if A. The inputs are equal. B. One input is high and the other input is low. C. The inputs are unequal. D. None of the above. The correct answer is the inputs are equal. How many AND gates are found in a 7411 IC? A1, B2, C3, D4. The correct answer is 3. Which of the following equations would accurately describe a 4-input OR gate when A1 B1 C0 and D0? A1 10001, B1 1001, C1 1000, D1 10000. The correct answer is 11001. What is the name of a digital circuit that produces several repetitive digital waveforms? A. An inverter. B. An OR gate. C. A Johnson shift counter. D. An AND gate. The correct answer is a Johnson shift counter. The basic types of programmable arrays are made up of A. AND gates. B. OR gates. C. NAND and NOR gates. D. AND gates and OR gates. The correct answer is AND gates and OR gates. The logic gate that will have high or 1 at its output when any one or more of its inputs is high is an A. OR gate. B. AND gate. C. NOR gate. D. NOT operation. The correct answer is OR gate. Most IC packages are available in A. DIP configuration. B. SOIC configuration. C. DIP and SOIC configurations. D. Neither DIP nor SOIC configurations. The correct answer is DIP and SOIC configurations. Which of the following is not a basic Boolean operation? A. OR. B. NOT. C. AND. D. FOR. The correct answer is FOR. Which of the following gates is described by the expression A. OR. B. AND. C. NOR. D. NAND. The correct answer is NAND. What is the Boolean expression for a 4-input OR gate? A. Y A B C D. B. Y A B C D. C. Y A B C D. D. Y A B C D. The correct answer is Y A B C D. How many truth table entries are necessary for a 4-input circuit? A. 4. B. 8. C. 12. D. 16. The correct answer is 16. How many entries would a truth table for a 4-input NAND gate have? A. 2. B. 8. C. 16. D. 32. The correct answer is 16. The Boolean expression for a 3-input OR gate is A. X A B. B. X A B C. C. X A B C. D. X A B C. The correct answer is X A B C. From the truth table for a 3-input NOR gate, what is the only condition of inputs A, B, and C that will make the output X high? A. A1 B1 C1. B. A1 B0 C0. C. A0 B0 C1. D. A0 B0 C0. The correct answer is A0 B0 C0. The logic gate that will have a low output when any one of its inputs is high is the A. NAND gate. B. AND gate. C. NOR gate. D. OR gate. The correct answer is NOR gate. The output of a NAND gate is low if A. All inputs are low. B. All inputs are high. C. Any input is low. D. Any input is high. The correct answer is all inputs are high. The output will be a low for any case when one or more inputs are 0 in N. A OR gate, B NOT gate, C AND gate, D NAND gate. The correct answer is AND gate. If a signal passing through a gate is inhibited by sending a low into one of the inputs and the output is high, the gate is N. A AND, B NAND, C NOR, D OR. The correct answer is NAND. A single transistor can be used to build which of the following digital logic gates? A AND gates, B OR gates, C NOT gates, D NAND gates. The correct answer is NOT gates. The logic gate that will have high or 1 at its output when any one of its inputs is high is an A OR gate, B AND gate, C NOR gate, D NOT gate. The correct answer is OR gate. How many NAND circuits are contained in a 7400 NAND IC? A1, B2, C4, D8. The correct answer is 4. Exclusive or XOR logic gates can be constructed from what other logic gates? A OR gates only, B AND gates and NOT gates, C AND gates or gates and NOT gates, D OR gates and NOT gates. The correct answer is AND gates or gates and NOT gates. How many truth table entries are necessary for a 4-input circuit? A4, B8, C12, D16. The correct answer is 16. A NAND gate has A low inputs and a low output, B high inputs and a high output, C low inputs and a high output, D none of these. The correct answer is low inputs and a high output. The basic logic gate whose output is the complement of the input is the A OR gate, B AND gate, C inverter gate, D comparator. The correct answer is inverter gate. What input values will cause an AND logic gate to produce a high output? A at least one input is high, B at least one input is low, C all inputs are high, D all inputs are low. The correct answer is all inputs are high.